I wanted to ask about the first round in particular. It certainly did look like a veteran in there with a 20-year-old. Maybe the reverse, though. You were very dominant. It was a 10-8 round on two of the judges' scorecards. Talk to me about how you felt in there. I mean, obviously you were looking for that finish with the inverse triangle, but when you didn't get it, you were well able to get out of that position. It was very much a veteran move.
I wasn't sure if I was really going to commit to it or not. He started coming out the back on a double leg, kind of like sliding out the back between both legs, which is a position I used to wrestle a lot in wrestling. And so, I liked getting back into that sort of position there. I wasn't sure if the choke was tight. I felt once his head start to slip out, and I knew that he was probably going to get out of it at some point. I needed to get myself in a position that was recoverable. And, there's no crowd, so I can hear my coaches. I can hear my dad almost the entire time saying the same thing. And so, I made sure to land a few good ones there while he was unable to defend them. But I made sure my position was recoverable. I had a good round. I liked it.
I might break your heart a little bit here. We were watching the broadcast. Josh Thomson wasn't too critical, to be honest with you. He said that he had to split hairs to find any problems with the performance. So what does it mean to hear something good like that from a legend like Josh Thomson?
It's cool, man. He's one of my dad's favorite fighters, favorite all-time fighters. My last fight, man, he said there was a couple of things that were totally understandable. I'm not saying he was bad or anything. He was absolutely correct. He was just very critical, and I was like, okay. And then he went and did his podcast with Big John. They're saying a couple other things, like, yeah, he's all right at this, and he's all right with this. And I was like, he's right, but and then my brother, he must have said something about my family. My brother texted in. He's like, make sure he knows I'm a black belt, not a brown belt. I haven't listened to it. I don't know what he said. I could hear him and Big John. I was on a single, and he's like, oh, he should run to his right or something. I was like, I don't want to run that way. But I just, he's obviously amazing. I love him. I was just trying to, be funny.
You know what? You said you're not going to call anyone out tonight. I think the call out should be to Josh Thomson and to Big John to get you on this podcast as soon as possible.
Oh man, it'd be cool, man. I like both of them a lot. My dad has 20 something years of experience knowing Big John from the Gracie Academy and stuff like that from way before I was even conceived. And so it's cool history.
Thank you very much, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Simon Romero here. First of all, congratulations on the win, my man. Earlier you mentioned that your father was in your corner for most of your fights, and this fight especially, but I want to know, what is it like having your father, since we saw Royce Gracie's son was just competing before your fight? So talk to me, what was that like?
It's very interesting, let alone the fact that it's my dad. And I like to, have to point out he fought for a very long time. He's had his black belt since before I was born. He's extremely experienced in jiu-jitsu. Lived at the Gracie Academy with Royce and them, taking privates with him every day. Henzo, I didn't know Henzo was going to be here. I've been seeing him off and on since I was a kid. And I know they're very cool. And, it was awesome. And yeah, I think it was today, 27 years ago, the first UFC, and so, I get to, see Royce a little bit, see Connery, and see, we're kind of in that, trying to be our dad's position. It's interesting. I really like it. I like the aspect.
And another thing you talked about was that ice cream. What ice cream are we going for after you get off the stage here?
There's a Ben & Jerry's right out the front door over there, and I'm right to it. I know they're open. I run right over there, grab some ice cream, grab some milkshakes, and move up a weight class or two for a day before I bring it all back in.